Hi everyone. I'm listening to another new to me artist today, and that is Cat Stevens. The song is going to be The Wind. Well, I really don't know anything about this artist or this song, so let me read my little paragraphs and then we'll dive in. Yusuf Islam, born Stephen Dimitri Georgiou. Well, that's quite a switch in names, isn't it? Commonly known by his stage names Cat Stevens, Yusuf, and Yusuf/Cat Stevens, is a British singer-songwriter and musician. Those aren't British names, either of them, if you're looking historically, but of course Great Britain is full of all kinds of nationalities, so but what a switch in names. He has sold more than 100 million records and has more than 2 billion streams. His musical style consists of folk, rock, pop, and later in his career, Islamic music. Not surprising, judging by the name. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014. He has received 2 honorary doctorates and awards for promoting peace, as well as other humanitarian awards. So he seems a bit more contemporary, and covers quite a wide variety of styles. The song, The Wind, only 1 minute and 42 seconds long, is the first track of Stevens' 5th album, Teaser and the Firecat. Cat Stevens shared his thoughts on this song in a 2022 Rolling Stone interview, saying, "I'm talking to somebody. I think it's the divine, but I'm not quite sure. And because I'm not sure, it's universal. My goal was to be able to detach myself from my physical surroundings and material things. I was very earnestly searching. I would visit esoteric bookshops whenever I could and pick up whatever new pathway to the truth I could find." This is going to be an interesting little piece to listen to. Little being only 1 minute and 42 seconds long? Well, let's see how it is.
I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I've sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. Never, never, never. I listen.
It's interesting the way it has kind of this perky little bum bum dee 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 dum bum bum dee 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 dee, that little guitar melody, and bum 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 bum. I guess I expected maybe something a little bit more meditative in the instrumentation, but this is kind of cute. It's cheery and kind of a simple childlike telling of something I did, which makes sense, if you're trying to approach things in a very childlike, open way. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. This sort of storytelling way of talking about it. I like his voice. I suppose this song is too short to really give a great example of the range and capacity of his voice, but I feel that his voice has a lot to give. So I suppose I'll have to listen to another piece. I'm sure Vlad will come up with one for me, because I'd really enjoy exploring his voice some more. I like what I hear. I'll tell you what I like about it. I like that it doesn't sound terribly doctored, terribly manipulated after recording, which for a fairly contemporary artist is something that impresses me. It feels very natural. It also feels like there's a lot of resonance and tone and color in it, which could come out. Of course, this is a very simple style, so he's keeping it very simple here, and it's lovely. gentle, sweet. Again, it comes back to this sort of childlike simplicity that I'm picking up in the piece. But yeah, I guess I'll have to listen to another Cat Stevens, at least one more, probably more than that along the way.
I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I've swam upon the devil's lake, but never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never, never.
So basically it's just guitar and his voice pretty much all the way through the piece. Was there anything else? I didn't even notice. I want to listen to it again. It's so short. I can listen to it again, no problem, right now. But I like the way when he sings, never, 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 and he goes down and kind of digs into that never, and it's a bit of a surprise because most of the time the music is this dee 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 dum bum bum. The guitar is kind of high pitched, staying up in the treble range. His voice is staying in the mid range. I don't know if you'd quite call it a tenor, but he's staying mid range. And then suddenly, never. It stands out because it's the only place in the piece that we really drop down in the range of the music, and so it's a nice little focal point, and it emphasizes never make the same mistake. Like, I do all these things, I go all these places, I'm exploring, I've done all this, and maybe some of it wasn't the greatest. Maybe I made some mistakes, maybe I went the wrong direction in searching and seeking for this whatever I'm searching for. But I won't make the same mistake again, but I'll keep looking. I like the way it starts with this bum, bum, bum. We'll have to change keys here. Yeah, it's just, I like the way it goes from this, which could work as a little musical motif, couldn't it?
I listen to the wind, to the wind.
And then his voice comes in,
soul.
but listen, it's still going on in the background.
Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I've sat upon the setting sun.
And so you hear it kind of pulling you from his voice. His voice the melody kind of follows this contour, but at the same time it goes its own way.
I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows.
Just riding up and down the waves.
I've sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. No, never, never, never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go.
It's kind of playing chase a bit with the melody and then the guitar accompaniment. I let my music take bum ba dee 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 dee. And so they're kind of traveling similar but different, and it makes just a great, it's not really a duet in the way of two voices singing completely independent lines, but there's this sort of ostinato round and round feeling of the guitar accompaniment, and then the voice comes and just weaves its way through all that's happening in a really nice way.
Let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I've swam upon the devil's lake, but never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never, never.
And just as simply as it started, it ends. What a charming, sweet little piece of music. Literally little, but I like it. I like the quality of it. It feels so, I guess charming is the word that comes to me. It is charming and sweet. Can we make like a weekend of Cat Stevens?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so I'll listen to another one, and then we'll have a little special weekend, and I get to start exploring Cat Stevens, which, considering that he's such a significant singer-songwriter, I ought to give him some attention.
No, never, never,
Well, that was my first
never.
exposure to his work with The Wind. I loved it, and I will see you tomorrow with another Cat Stevens. We'll do a special weekend. See you then.